Oh, there is a massive sense of relief. I think is going to be the main emotion coming out of that game for United. But 3-0 winners away at Southampton. That penalty save from Onana was the momentum shifter because we were crap up until that point. But we responded. We got the first goal. Ligt, who was easily man of the match, by the way. Then Rashford finally got his goal, and I think that will make a big difference. And I tell you what, from that goal, really, until right at the end when Garnacho got the third, United looked comfortable. United saw the game out. United controlled the game. That game was kind of everything that it needed to be. At one stage, it didn't look like it was going to happen, but it did. 3 points, 3 goals, clean sheet. Can the season start now? Please. All right? Ligt. So much conversation and, he got hooked off at halftime for the Netherlands in the international break. Blah, 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 blah. An absolutely monstrous performance from him in both boxes. Ligt is a centre-back that likes to engage. He likes to duel. He likes to tackle. He likes to get his foot stuck in. And he was doing that in defence. But that goal there, and by the way, can I just take a moment here, and I'll mention it a little bit later in the show. 2 goals from 2 set pieces. Set pieces make a massive difference, especially when you're not playing well. But Ligt, fantastic from him. I think he went off with a little bit of cramp, and it better only be cramp, I'll tell you what. Great. Huge confidence booster for him. And I'll tell you what, right? Onana, fans are going to slate him, fans are going to say, blah, 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 but again, blah, blah, blah. That was the momentum shifter in the game. It really is bad that these United players in game mentally are so up and down. It's a roller coaster. With momentum, when it's high, they're great. They're looking good. But when momentum's low, it's against them. Boy, they can get just overshadowed by the occasion. But when that penalty save happened, United looked like a different team. That goal from Ligt there was a great set piece. And that goal from Marcus Rashford. Marcus, let that be the moment that... that's what that game feels like overall. Just because Dalot was getting skinned on that left-hand side. But Rashford, it was a culture finish. Good save from Ramsdale in the second half, by the way, to tip another shot over the bar. Let that be the confidence booster. Manchester, I've already said this a few times, Manchester United are going to be a significantly better team this season if Marcus Rashford is confident and scoring goals. That there has to be the beginning of more. I'll tell you what, Rude enjoyed it on the bench as well. Maybe they were working on things in the training ground because it was a proper cultured finish from him. Wrapped his foot around it, curled it into the bottom corner, keeper could get nowhere near. And Garnacho coming off the bench, by the way, that was a filth tackling him. Definite red card for Southampton. But Garnacho, lovely goal, by the way. That third goal was a really well-worked move. We talk about patterns and United creating goals through patterns, and we'd like to see more of it. I'd like to see more goals like that third one. Good pass down the right-hand side. Ball in behind. I think it was Dalot with a cutback. Garnacho, roof of the net finish, 3-0. Southampton put to the sword. Like they should be by United. Bottom of the league. Lost all 3 games. Scored 1 goal coming into it. However, for the first 30 minutes of that game, United were second best. To every ball, every duel. They had control in the middle. Starting Eriksen was... it's not something I saw coming. But I actually thought Eriksen grew into the game. Thankfully, we saw Ugarte making his debut from the bench. And Ugarte in this midfield is such a necessity. Can I just say here, Kobbie Mainoo just looks fatigued. He plays fatigued. The things that are very easy. And I'll tell you what, Southampton went very physical on him today. Really tight to him, pushing him over. And not that it was getting to Mainoo, but he didn't have the space to operate. I would like to see Mainoo get a full rest against Barnsley and maybe come back against Crystal Palace. But Ugarte kind of did what he needed to do when he came on the pitch. I said, going into that game, you either start Ugarte and you bring him off after 60, or you bring him on for the last 20 or 30. He came on for the last 20 minutes, and he helped United see out that game. And that's what United did well there, right? We saw out a game of football. We controlled that game of football in the second half. Southampton, it looked like their bubble got burst by United's first half performance, but hey, we've been here before, man. When United are 2-0 up, and then the opposition gets a goal, and they come back into it, and then United sort of fade. But we didn't today. That was a huge 3 points for Erik ten Hag and a huge 3 points for United. Can we just draw a line in the sand now after that Liverpool game and say the first 3, there was positives against Fulham. There were some positives against Brighton, but ultimately it ended by 8 players looking at the ball, not marking them at post, and we lost. And then Liverpool, let's not speak about that. We've now got Barnsley, then we've got Palace, then we've got Twente, then we've got Spurs, then we've got Villa. Big games coming up, but some games you would expect United to win. Can I just say there today, I really, really enjoyed watching Xerxes' link-up play. I thought his link-up play was very, very good. Anytime the ball went forward and Xerxes got on it, he either held the ball up or just passed it off to a teammate, nice and simply, and kept the ball moving and kept the ball moving forward, kind of more importantly. Didn't just knock it straight back. Sometimes it was a little deft touch around the corner. Should have scored there towards the end, by the way. I think his shot beat Ramsdale, but it was blocked on the line. But overall, in terms of the link-up play, I thought he added a lot. Somebody who I thought definitely added a lot the whole game was Ahmad. Ahmad is Man United's first choice right winger. Technical. I think he was kind of looking a little bit Anthony-like when he was cutting in all the time on his left-hand side, on his left foot. Show it to the outside. Maybe he needs more overlapping runs. I don't know. But Ahmad, a threat the whole game. And I said it earlier and I'll say it again now. Manchester United scored 2 goals there from set pieces. And it doesn't matter how good you are as a football team or how incredible your tactics are, all the players you got, or whether you're playing good or bad. Set pieces are still set pieces. It's a corner flag, everyone's in the box, and you're trying to head it in. Simple. But United have been crap at them for so long. Today, we punished Southampton from the set pieces, and it was those moments that changed the momentum in the game. It was that moment there that the momentum in the game shifted, and United came out on the right side of it. The first 30, there was so much that we needed to improve. But an absolute, in my opinion, a man of the match performance from Ligt, and also Martinez played very well as well. Martinez went off. Who else went off? Ligt went off. Mazraoui went off. I'm hoping they were all precautionary more than anything. And I kind of think that they were. But Ligt, that will feel big for him. Erik ten Hag, that game will feel big for him. Right? It wasn't perfect. And we're not going to go from that Liverpool game to all of a sudden spanking teams 8-0 and everything's working fluidly and brilliantly. Stepping stones, all right? And we're still talking about stepping stones, but we still need to improve massively as a team. Now that Ugarte has got 20 minutes under his belt, he's made his debut, I hope that he starts against Barnsley and comes off after around 50, 60 minutes, and then he's fit and ready to start against Crystal Palace. But we needed those 3 points there today. Erik ten Hag needed them. I didn't personally consider it a must-win in the idea that ten Hag was going to get sacked after the game. I don't think Ineos are going to think that short term. But we needed to see something today, all right? And while we didn't see it in the first 30, we've just come away with a 3-0 win away from home. 3 really good goals. Third one probably the pick of the bunch. But the fact that we scored set pieces was fantastic. Man of the match from Ligt. Ugarte made his debut. Rashford got a goal. Onana saved a penalty. And United looked comfortable, really. Let's be totally honest. From the moment the second goal went in. I'm not sure I remember Southampton really threatening our goal. That has to be the beginning of United now improving game after game. Barnsley next, then Palace, then Twente, then Spurs. More. But that was good, and especially after Liverpool.